I'm about to tell you something that might sound crazy, but it's the absolute truth. Every single creator you look up to, every artist you admire, every person who has built something incredible from nothing, has stood exactly where you are right now. They've faced the same blank page, the same empty studio, the same blinking cursor. They have felt the same crushing weight of doubt and the same loneliness that comes with chasing a dream that no one else can see yet. And the only thing that separates them from everyone else is that they didn't stop. Did you know that 90% of creators quit before they see results? That's not just a random number, it's a reality. 9 out of 10 people who start a channel, a podcast, a brand, or an art project will give up. They'll hit a wall, get discouraged, and decide it's not worth it. They'll quit just before the algorithm was about to pick them up, just before their audience was about to find them, just before their big break. Today, we're not just going to talk about why they quit, we're going to make sure you are in the 10% that makes it. This video is for every single one of you who has ever poured your heart into something and wondered if anyone was even listening. It's for the late nights, the early mornings, the sacrifices you've made. We're going to break down the 6 biggest reasons creators fail, and I'm going to give you the exact playbook on how to beat every single one of them. By the end of this, you won't just be motivated, you'll have a rock-solid strategy to outlast everyone else. So, if you're ready to join the 10%, stick with me. Let's get into it. The first killer of creativity, the number one reason people give up, is comparison. It's so simple, and it happens to every single one of us. You open up your phone, you scroll through social media, and you see someone else's highlight reel. You see their massive view counts, their perfect photos, their sold-out shows, and instantly a voice in your head starts whispering, "Why isn't that me? Look how far ahead they are. I'll never catch up. What they're doing is so much better than what I'm doing." That little voice is a liar and it's poisoning your potential. You're comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20, and it's an unwinnable game. You have to understand that what you're seeing online is a curated illusion. It's the final product, not the messy process. You don't see the hundreds of failed videos they deleted, the thousands of hours they spent practicing when no one was watching, or the years of rejection and struggle they went through to get there. They didn't just wake up one day with 1 million followers. They earned it through relentless effort, the same effort you're putting in right now. Comparing your journey to their destination is like a marathon runner quitting at mile 1 because they can already see someone else crossing the finish line. It makes no sense. So, how do you beat this? You have to put on blinders. I mean it. Unfollow accounts that make you feel inadequate. Mute the words that trigger your self-doubt. Your only competition is who you were yesterday. Are you a little bit better today? Did you learn one new thing? Did you create something, anything at all? That's the only metric that matters. Focus on your own lane, your own growth, your own unique voice. The world doesn't need another copy of someone else. It needs the original version of you. Your journey is yours alone, so stop looking at someone else's map. The second reason creators quit is pure soul-crushing burnout. This is the silent killer that creeps in after weeks and months of hustle. It's the 3 a.m. editing sessions fueled by caffeine and desperation. It's sacrificing your social life, your sleep, and your mental health for a project that feels like it's going nowhere. You're pouring every ounce of your energy into this thing, but the returns are tiny trickles. You upload a video you spent 40 hours on, and it gets 12 views. You post a piece of art you poured your soul into, and it gets 3 likes. It feels like screaming into a void. This exhaustion isn't just physical, it's emotional. The isolation is brutal. You feel like you're on a deserted island, working tirelessly to build a signal fire, but no ships ever seem to pass by. Your friends and family might not understand the obsession. They see you hunched over a laptop and ask, "Is it really worth it?" And in those moments of extreme fatigue, you start to ask yourself the same question. The passion that once drove you starts to feel like a heavy chain, and the dream begins to look more like a nightmare. This is the point where most people break. To beat burnout, you have to treat this like a marathon, not a sprint. You wouldn't try to run 26 miles at a full-on sprint, would you? You'd burn out before you even hit the first mile marker. You need to build sustainable systems. Schedule your breaks. Force yourself to step away from the screen. Go for a walk. See your friends. Live a life outside of your content, because that's where your best ideas will come from anyway. Remember, a creator who is burned out creates nothing. Protecting your energy isn't lazy, it's the most strategic thing you can do for your long-term success. Rest is not a reward, it's a requirement. Alright, let's talk about the third creativity killer: obsessing over metrics, the analytics page, the dashboard. It can be the most addictive and destructive drug for a creator. You post something, and then what do? You refresh, and refresh again. You're checking the views, the likes, the comments, the subscriber count. Every 5 minutes you're looking for that little dopamine hit of a number going up. But when it doesn't, or worse, when it goes down, it feels like a punch to the gut. Your mood for the entire day becomes tied to a set of arbitrary numbers on a screen. This obsession completely warps your perspective. Instead of focusing on the art, you start focusing on the algorithm. You stop asking, what story do I want to tell? And you start asking, what will get the most clicks? What title is the most sensational? What thumbnail will trick people into watching? You begin to chase trends instead of setting them, and the joy of creation evaporates. It becomes a chore, a formulaic task designed to please an invisible, faceless machine. You lose the very thing that made your work special in the first place: your unique spark, your authenticity. The way to break free from this numbers prison is to set a new rule for yourself. You are only allowed to check your analytics once a day, or even once a week. Post your content, and then walk away. Go live your life. The numbers will be what they will be, and you checking them every 2 seconds will not change them. Instead of focusing on the quantitative data, the views and subs, focus on the qualitative. Read the comments from the people who did watch. Engage with the small community you are building. One heartfelt comment from someone who is genuinely impacted by your work is worth more than 1,000 empty views from people who clicked away after 10 seconds. Alright, so this next point is honestly the biggest mindset shift you'll ever make, and it could be the one thing that guarantees you never quit. The fourth trap is tying your identity to your outcome. You start thinking, if my video gets 1 million views, then I am a successful YouTuber. Or, if I sell my paintings, then I am a real artist. But man, that's a recipe for disaster, because you're giving all of your power to external validation. You're letting the world, the algorithm, the market, decide who you are. And that, honestly, is a fragile way to live. You need to flip the script entirely. Your identity should be based on your actions, not your results. You are not a YouTuber because you have a certain number of subscribers. You are a YouTuber because you make videos. Period. You are not an artist because you sell your work. You are an artist because you create art. Every single day that you sit down and write, or film, or paint, or practice, you are reinforcing that identity. The outcome is irrelevant. The act is everything. When you see yourself as a creator because you create, no one can ever take that away from you. Think about it this way. If you film a video and it gets 0 views, did you still film a video? Yes. Did you still practice editing? Yes. Did you still learn something? Yes. You are still a creator. This mindset makes you invincible to bad results. A video that flops is no longer a failure, it's just a rep. It's practice. It's one more step on the journey. You have to fall in love with the process, with the daily grind of showing up and doing the work. When your identity is locked into the process, the outcomes will eventually take care of themselves. The fifth reason people fail is that they underestimate the raw, unstoppable power of consistency. Too many people treat creativity like a lightning strike, a rare moment of inspiration that you just have to wait for. So they work in these intense, short bursts, and then do nothing for weeks. They upload 3 videos in 1 week, then disappear for 2 months. But this, honestly, is not how you build momentum. This is not how you build an audience. An audience is built on trust, and trust is built on reliability. People need to know you're going to be there. Think of it like building a relationship with a friend. If you only talk to them once every few months, you wouldn't have a very strong connection, right? It's the same with your audience. Showing up consistently, even when you don't feel like it, even when the numbers are low, sends a powerful message. It says, I'm serious about this. I'm here for the long haul. You can count on me. Every single video, every post, every piece of art is like laying another brick in the foundation of your creative empire. One brick might not look like much, but over time you build a fortress. The secret to staying consistent isn't motivation, it's discipline and systems. Motivation is fleeting, it comes and goes. Discipline is showing up when motivation has left the building. So, create a schedule you can realistically stick to. It's better to post 1 good video every single week without fail, than to post 5 amazing videos 1 month, and then burn out and post nothing for the next 3. Consistency isn't about being perfect, it's about being present. Just keep showing up, keep laying those bricks. One day you'll look back and be amazed at what you've built. Finally, the sixth and honestly maybe the most difficult hurdle: failing to trust the slow build. We live in a world of instant gratification. We want overnight success. We see viral sensations and assume that's the norm. But the truth is, it's not. Real sustainable success is almost never a sudden explosion. It's a slow, quiet, gradual climb. It's like planting a bamboo tree. For the first few years you water it and care for it, and you see almost no growth above the ground. It looks like nothing is happening. It would be so easy to just give up and assume the seed was a dud. But what you can't see is the massive, complex root system that's developing beneath the surface. It's building a foundation. And then, when the time is right, the bamboo tree explodes out of the ground, growing dozens of feet in just a few weeks. This is the perfect metaphor for a creative career. Your first 100 videos, your first 1,000 hours of practice, that's you building your root system. You're honing your skills, finding your voice, building your work ethic, and slowly gathering your first few true fans. It feels slow because it is slow, and it's supposed to be. You have to have faith in the unseen progress. You have to trust that every piece of content you put out, even if it feels like a failure, is part of that root system. It's a lesson learned, a skill improved, another connection made with your tiny but growing audience. The breakthrough you're hoping for isn't going to come out of nowhere. It's going to be the direct result of all the unglamorous, unseen work you're putting in right now. Stop looking for the explosion and start falling in love with watering your plant every single day. Trust the process, trust the slow build. Listen to me, everything we just talked about, the comparison, the burnout, the numbers, the doubt, it's all designed to make you quit. The world is testing you. It's asking you, how badly do you want this? And right now you might be tired. You might be discouraged. You might feel like you're shouting into the void and you're so close to giving up. But I'm telling you, this is the most important moment. This is the final test. The moment you feel like quitting is almost always the moment right before the magic is about to happen. You are one video away. You are one song away. You are one painting away from everything changing. You have no idea which piece of content is going to be the one that connects. You don't know which video the algorithm will decide to show to the world. It could be the next one, it could be the one after that. But I promise you, if you quit now, it will be none of them. All of this work, all of these late nights, will be for nothing. You have come too far to only come this far, so I want you to make a promise to yourself right now, that you will not be part of the 90%, that you will outlast the doubt, that you will keep showing up, keep creating, keep learning, and keep trusting the process. The world needs your voice. Your story matters. Don't you dare rob us of it. Don't quit 5 minutes before the miracle. Now get back to work.